Use next and previous buttons to navigate. George Kittle flattened Rams safety Nick Scott with a downfield block Monday night on wide receiver Deebo Samuel's sensational 57-yard touchdown catch. Later, in the fourth quarter, the San Francisco 49ers All-Pro tight end had another big block on a big play by Samuel. Kittle steamrolled cornerback Grant Haley to help clear the way on Samuel's 29-yard screen on 3rd and 13. 3 snaps later, Kittle deposited linebacker Ernest Jones on his rear end on a 6-yard screen pass to wideout Brandon Aiyuk. There's obviously nothing wrong with Kittle's physicality as a blocker, but his potency as a pass catcher could be another matter. Kittle had more crushing blocks than catches. 2. In the 49ers' 24-9 win over the Rams, which continued a trend that began late in the 2021 season. Next game who? 49ers 2-2 at Carolina, 1-3, when? 1 p.m. Sunday TV, Channel 5, Channel 13, Channel 46 Radio. 680, 104.5, 107.7 See More Collapse Kittle, who had 15 receptions for 183 yards and a touchdown in a game in 2020, has barely surpassed that production in his past 8 games, including playoffs. His totals: 21 receptions, 220 yards, 1 TD. Kittle, 28, is in the midst of the least productive pass-catching stretch of his 6-season, 69-game career, in his first 8 NFL games as a finding-his-way rookie in 2017. For example, the 5th-round pick had 24 receptions for 250 yards and a TD. Kittle's drought is more puzzling, considering it began right after the most prolific 3-game stretch of his career. Kittle had 28 receptions, 425 yards and 3 TDs in games against the Seahawks, Bengals and Falcons in December. So why is Kittle, an elite blocker, producing statistics befitting a blocking tight end? A review of Monday's win over the Rams revealed Kittle's numbers, 2 for 24, were modest at least partly because, well, he was used as a blocking tight end. Not including quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo's out-of-bounds throwaway that ended the first half, Kittle had blocking duties on 10 of 26 passes, 38%. That doesn't include Kittle's assignment on one of his 2 catches, when he chipped linebacker Leonard Floyd before grabbing a 4-yard dump off from Garoppolo in the fourth quarter. Kittle was used as a blocker on 5 wide receiver screens. He combined with left tackle Colton McKivitz to double-team defensive tackle LaShawn Robinson on 1 pass. Kittle combined with right tackle Mike McGlinchey to double-team defensive tackle Aaron Donald on another. Kittle had a 1-on-1 block on Floyd on a read pass option play by Garoppolo. And Kittle twice leaked out very late on passes after fulfilling his primary job, blocking. The 49ers were playing without All-Pro left tackle Trent Williams against Donald, a 3-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, which explains the steady diet of quick-release, wideout screens. Head coach Kyle Shanahan said Wednesday that Kittle typically has been needed more as a blocker against the Rams because of the presence of Donald and other capable linemen. That's always the case against the Rams, Shanahan said. Kittle usually gets less pass-catching opportunities just with the protection game plan and our run game plan. But I know his lack of catches has been in the case in some other games, too. Shanahan was asked about the reason for Kittle's modest receiving numbers after he was targeted on 4 of his 16 routes Monday. That included an apparent 1-yard touchdown catch that was overturned because he had a foot out of bounds. Kittle also had a miscommunication with Garoppolo on a short route in the fourth quarter, when he broke inside and Garoppolo threw to the sideline. Shanahan referenced that Kittle missed the first 2 games this season with a groin injury. Kittle wasn't known to be dealing with a significant injury near the end of last season. I think the more Kittle is out there and healthy, the more he practices, the more he can get back in a routine. I think that stuff will take care of itself, Shanahan said. The plays that went to him Monday, I think he did a good job in the game. Kittle affects the game in so many ways, the run and the pass. We definitely want to get him the ball more, but it's something we're not that concerned about. We think it will take care of itself just as we get going. Defensive coordinator DeMeco Ryans, who might be an NFL head coach in the next 11 minutes if the league permitted such in-season hirings, earned plenty of praise for a plan that helped limit the Rams to 3 field goals and 257 yards. Perhaps his most impressive strategic move came after the Rams opened with a 14-play, 54-yard field goal drive in which they looked quite comfortable. After Ryans sent blitzes on 3 of 9 passes, he turned up the heat on the Rams' 3-and-out second drive to get them out of rhythm. Their first snap, Running back Cam Akers gained 2 yards as cornerback Diamador Lenoir and safety Talanoa Hufanga crashed the line on blitzes. Second snap, linebacker Fred Warner blitzed and quarterback Matthew Stafford threw an incomplete screen pass under pressure. Third snap, Ryans brought an extra rusher again. Warner was a stand-up left defensive tackle, and Stafford was sacked when defensive end Nick Bosa stunted and went untouched through a cavernous hole in the middle. Ryans sent an extra rusher on 17 of Stafford's 56 dropbacks, 48 passes, 7 sacks, 1 scramble. There were 14 blitzes by 5 players, Lenoir, 6, Warner, 3, linebacker Dre Greenlaw, 3, cornerback Emmanuel Mosley, 1, and Hufanga, 1. In addition, Warner and Greenlaw combined to serve as stand-up defensive linemen on 5-man fronts on 3 snaps. The 49ers had 7 sacks for the 4th time since 2005, but less than half were a result of extra pressure. The 49ers had 4 sacks using a 4-man rush. Wide receiver Ray McCloud, who had a nifty 22-yard punt return, has provided a bit more pop to what often has been a punchless area for the 49ers. McCloud, signed in March, is averaging 10 yards on 12 returns, 8th in the NFL. However, he's yet to solve his ball security issues. A week after he muffed a punt he recovered in the 4th quarter of an 11-10 loss in Denver, he had another fumble in a crucial spot. With the 49ers leading 14-9 with about 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, McCloud had the ball dislodged when he was smacked by safety Jordan Fuller, a fumble that was recovered by the 49ers. McCloud ranks 4th in the NFL in fumbles, 13, among non-quarterbacks since 2018, despite having just 246 touches, rushing attempts, catches, kick returns, punt returns, over that span. A season after the 49ers led the NFL in pass interference penalties, 21, and yards, 376. Here's their total after 4 games, 1 penalty for 26 yards. Their upgraded cornerback core is a big reason for the improvement. They signed Charvarius Ward to a big money contract in March, and Mosley has played 254 of 255 snaps after missing 6 starts last season. On Monday, Ward had textbook coverage and knocked the ball away on an end zone fade to wide receiver Allen Robinson in the 3rd quarter. In the 4th quarter, Mosley had Robinson blanketed on a deep pass in the end zone. Eric Branch covers the 49ers for the San Francisco Chronicle.